Worry is a misuse of your imagination. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what do we got going on today with these crazy cryptocurrency price? We're moving up, right? It looks like it was like 7%. We're on the other side of 12,000, 12,300. Are we going to continue to move up as the day, well, ends, right? As we go to sleep, what are we going to wake up to, right? That's the next question. Do we need to be setting some tight stop losses there? Are we trading? Are we trying to figure out what's going to happen down the road? When should we be buying, right? These are questions that are constantly rolling around in everybody's mind when we're figuring out this stuff. Cryptocurrency education is one of the best things you can invest in because it's the hardest thing to invest in. It doesn't cost you taking any of that US dollar and trying to buy crypto and figure out what's going to happen in the future. It requires you to put all of your energy forward to start seeing what is actually happening, what it is, and trying to project what you think from your personal experience and relevance, what you think the future is going to be. And if you see a future where Bitcoin has a big role to play, then you might want to collect some more of it, right? And you know, here's going along with this, my co-host, Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
I see you finally went and got the Ethernet wire there and plugged it in.
I finally.
Yeah.
Yes. It was somehow forgotten.
It's a big blue wire.
It's all on me.
Well, hopefully the picture's getting better than if it was a little fuzzier than normal.
Or glitchier, or whatever may be when we don't have it connected. Our kid is sick, so he's not using our Wi-Fi. You know, that helps the situation.
So what do you think? Price of Bitcoin's moving up. Starting to get the average everyday person out there working a 9-to-5 job, struggling, medium credit score, starting to ask about Bitcoin again, right? We see a lot more regulation. Bitcoin is kind of, people know what it is, right? The word's made its way around. What are you thinking? What are you thinking about Bitcoin right now? Are you thinking that, you know, we're going to start bubbling and we're going to see 40, 50, 60,000 like you were kind of saying the other day? Or do you think that people have lowered their expectations of that? We'll see some slow, steady growth. Things will be based on hard data, right? Based on real adoption, based on merchant adoption, based on credited investors and institutions buying in, based on the halvening that's coming up around the corner? Or do you think that we're still wild, wild west and we're going to go rob the bank and then, you know, Lone Ranger's going to come in and...
I think it's a bit less than wild, wild west. I mean, it's probably not going to be 62,000, okay? It might, but it probably isn't. I mean, I just think...
No 20x by the end of the year?
No, I mean, as long as we slow and steady gain, I mean, my top expectation is probably like 20,000. So, I mean, we don't have that much more to go.
I know that the bear market is over, right? And I know that what's going on right now is great. It feels good. But it is not enough to start heading back down to like $1,000 or nothing crazy. So my overall expectation is just hold on tight because we don't know where this ride's going to go, right? It could start bucking like the Bronco right out the gate, or we could be riding the donkey up the mountain. You know, either way, I'm down for the ride. But would you mind pulling up Coin Paprika? Let's take a look at these cryptocurrency markets. Let's see what we got going on around here. Man, that's some good coffee. I think I needed it today, though. Rain hasn't come through yet, so it was pretty steamy out there.
It's about to. It's like distant thundering, so, you know. Okay, I think it refreshed.
You think it refreshed?
There we go.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. We got that BTC dominance coming in at 63.44. Fantastic. $345 billion for a market cap. That is up 5.28%. Amazing. We got Bitcoin, $12,307, up 7.72%. That's a 17.01% gain on the 7-day. Hallelujah, right? Ethereum, holding on to the other side of that $300 at $313. That's up another 2.33%, holding on a 7.66 gain for the 7-day. Nice. XRP, 40 cents. Finally getting some movement out of it. Let's see if we can get back up there to 50 cents, right? 2%, 2.06. Not much movement on the 7-day. Litecoin, $121. We got to get moving on this. We got to get up to $1.50, $1.60 at least before this happening. I don't even know what it is now. It's so close. I'm surprised it's not a snake going to bite me. All right, and we're up only 1.9% here.
We could do better.
I guess I wish I bought more at $4 at $35.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see. We got EOS, $5.96. Not much movement there. BNB, $33.41. Slow and steady there with a 1.3% gain. Tether at $1. Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, 201, 0.75%. And look at Tron here. We will talk some more about this one later on. I got some news on this at 3.3 cents, down 2.3%, slowly making some gains. Did you buy? I was thinking about it. All right. As we do every single episode, we got to talk about the fact that we're not for profit, right? We got to talk about that. Hey, we want to get out there and tell everyone about Bitcoin. We want to tell them how amazing it is. And we're not even pushing people to go out and buy Bitcoin. Like I said, like I've been saying, a cryptocurrency education is one of the best things you can do for yourself. It did amazing things for me, right? Stepping out of the US dollar system and being able to look at it from the outside gives you a much better perspective of it. Taking the time to live in a cryptocurrency financial world is every person's dream once you start off in this sort of a space, right? We want to get out there, trying to change it up a bit, trying to get out of the state of Florida, trying to get to Arkansas, going to go to the Mulberry Mountain in the Ozark Mountain region. We want to go to this music festival. We want to pass out Bitcoin flyers with embedded QR codes like we've done before. We've done it 3 times already, right? And it has gone down better and better and better every single time we get out there and do it. Practice does make perfect, and this is one of those events that has shown us that practice does make perfect. I love it now. I'm extremely looking forward to this. I want you guys to get involved. I mean, if you can only donate a couple dollars, a couple of Satoshis, that's great. If you want to get in touch with me and start helping me design the next flyer, I am going to hold back like at least another month. So you've got 30 days to contemplate getting in touch with me. But as soon as someone gets in touch with me and wants to design a flyer, first person gets it, right? Let's make this flyer together. Let's turn people on to Bitcoin.
I mean, it has been more than I have expected every single time. So now I don't know if it's good or bad, but I'm really thinking like
you're starting to raise your expectations.
Yeah, but see that, so I hope it lives up to.
I mean, all you can do is stay in motion, right? And what we did is we came up with the ideal. We tried to take off of everyone else's errors of passing out flyers, and we tried to find ways where people were going to be receptive to the information.
How do you pass out stuff to strangers? You get them in an environment that they're comfortable in. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. So then now that we figured that out and we started passing them out, then it was, the QR codes, some of the techniques that we've started developing on how to be able to pass out these flyers and be able to tell people what's happening without being able to really talk. Because the sound.
You can't hear anything.
But this event is going to be camping. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. I might even be able to do some interviews and stream from the event. So please think of this like a carbon offset for cryptocurrency, because Bitcoin has no marketing department. Once again, none of this goes back into our pocket in any ways. There's a lot of different ways to donate, and we came short last time. So we're going to have to keep pushing really. We're going to have to keep pushing really hard on this one. I'm sorry if you guys are tired of hearing it already, but this is going to be going strong for the next.
We really want to do this, but we can't let it break us. So it's got to be somewhere in the middle there.
Where's the telephone? It doesn't even tell me how many days I got left on this.
Yeah, it does. 83.
Oh, 83 days. So we got a while.
17 hours.
All right. Let's go ahead. Let's stop the screen share. Let's pop up the backyard. Let's pull out the chat. Let's see what we got going on. Where is that cup of coffee? Because it was delicious. Man, sometimes there is nothing like a good cup of coffee after work to just kind of perk you back up, get you going again, realize that you didn't waste all of your energy and leave it at the job site, right? You got a little bit left for home, a little bit for the family.
It's kind of soul sucking. It is. It is.
So what do we got going on? Do we got anybody hanging out in that chat? Is there anyone with us this evening, or am I doing that thing?
Is here. He says, "Good evening, Bitcoin hodlers and Monday survivors."
Ah, yes.
John from Malibu is here.
John from Malibu, my man. I appreciate you coming out here.
He says that again. Damn is good.
Yeah. Right. No complaints.
James Banhart is here. He says, "Your turkeys will be saying you made so much money on crypto. They are spared for life. Each cackle will remind of the ride up in the price." Cackle, cackle. Man, if the price went up every time Beaky gobbled, what? We would be billionaires.
All of us would be.
Our neighbors are nowhere close to us. They're like a block and a half away, and they will start their truck, and Beaky will be on it, gobbling. I couldn't hold the volatility. Yay. Okay. James Banhart says, "You will be quitting your jobs and becoming full-time music festival partiers."
I mean, I like to think of it as more than partiers. Like we do enjoy ourselves. We're not going to joke about that, right?
I like the nomadic.
But we really try to take it as a workcation, and during the daylight hours is when we pass out flyers and we shake hands. And as soon as the sun goes down, we think of that as our time of it. So I think that maybe we just be able to become more full-time at this, right? Because that would be great to be able to always have a new flyer for every event, to be able to go to more of these events, to be able to maybe give out not flyers, but give out a ticket or two on the channel to get somebody else to come along with us, because everything, the more the merrier, right?
I mean, every festival that we've went to, we've literally seen at least a dozen to 2 dozen of the same people. Where, I mean,
yeah, we have seen quite a few of the same people.
How are you like 20-something-year-old millennials that look like you don't have a care in the world, and yet you're paying $200-300 a pop to get your butt in here? And now that it's been more than once, it's like, dude, really? Like, what are you? Some lucky baby duckies?
Lucky baby duckies.
I'm a little confused, but we have to at least work for these ones. But yes, it would be the same. Yes, we're every single one. I mean, Eugene has a giant wish list of EDM festivals we could go to.
I just try to plan them 90 days. I just try to plan them 90 days in between, because at that rate, I figured that we're trying to dollar cost average $10 a day.
Well, this was like the Imagine one that I liked because there was camping as well. I mean, but also, yes, no clue. I mean, I don't even know what Arkansas, like, what is the weather? And yeah, no clue.
All right. So I got news all over the place. But what else we got?
People. Okay.
All right. Let's keep rolling. You guys know the chat is the most important thing to me. If you guys are out there still lurking in the dark, please tell Samantha hello. Let her know that you're here. Get your name said on air, because we like to communicate. We like to make this a round table. I'd throw all of these notes away and just sit here and talk to you guys for an hour straight if that's what you guys wanted, because this is what it's really about, is talking about Bitcoin. Because if we're talking about Bitcoin, we're spreading awareness.
RJ gave us a $13.99 Canadian super chat.
Oh, buddy, I super appreciate it.
He said BTC all the way.
Yes, yes. The revolution is at hand, my friend. And every time we buy a little bit of Bitcoin with our dollar bills, we're participating. We don't have to go out and protest. We don't have to go out and get maced. We don't have to go get the dogs turned on our legs.
We don't even have to have
the hoses.
Or Twitter or nothing. I mean,
you can do it privately, anonymously.
Crypto lives matter, you know. No, nothing. Doesn't matter. We can do it without. Okay. So James Banhart says that the chain is amazing with 30 major companies. Heard it was one soon to a couple hundred. What? A couple hundred companies? Okay.
VeChain has always been one of those big projects, because they've always been at the forefront there of using blockchain to be able to track products.
Yeah, it's all like farm to table and blah to blah. Yes. Oh, Worldly Traveler is here. He's at Hyphen Mendel in Colombia.
Nice. Amazing.
Colombia. Nice.
Right?
Do you have big poisonous snakes there, because that's what I'm
Horse.
thinking. And like scorpions, like all the bad things. Okay, keep going.
All right, so the news. All right. Singapore, right? Did you guys hear about this one? I mean, this definitely has me contemplating that the price of Bitcoin goes up. I'm going to have to move to Singapore, because if you go ahead and with the new tax guidelines, the IRAS is going ahead and saying that if you purchase goods or services, that there's no tax on it. And
I like tax-free. That's always
well,
good.
it's just that you're being double taxed. You know, you're taxed when you make the money. You tax the money when you buy the Bitcoin. You tax the money again when you sell the Bitcoin for goods and services. And then it's a pain. You know, how are you going to keep track of, especially like we've run into the situation when you slide the Shift card that was tied to Coinbase every single time. That's a taxable event. So every time you wanted to put, we were a little short and you wanted to go to the beach and you're filling up your car with some gas and buying a
oh yeah, you're trying to
adult beverages.
You're trying to throw me under the bus right now. He's literally just pushing me off the curb right now.
Well, I'm just saying, but those small ticket transactions are taxable events. So I spent $20. Now I got to remember to pay tax on this at the end of the year.
You spent $20 like 3 times separately, yes, with a $5 and a $10 and a $3 transaction. So you got lots of taxes in there.
So as far as I'm aware, they're the first place that's coming out with this. I think last I had heard that here in the U.S., the guidelines that were supposed to be coming out or had come out, I couldn't say for sure. I have to go look. Is that it's under $1,000? They're not really.
Okay, right. Looking at.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not sure. I'd have to go double check. I pay some taxes. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So January of 2020. So about the same time they legalized it in Chicago.
Yeah. What, 5 months? Yep.
And let's see what else we got. That's it. That's what I got written down for it. I mean, so I'd like to see more places.
Singapore.
So, I mean, if the price of Bitcoin takes off at the halvening and we're looking at like $250,000 Bitcoin, we're going to Singapore. So, I mean, apply for the passport now if you think that we're going to $250,000. I mean, I hear they do express stuff now in like a week or something, but it costs a lot extra and you have to like prove that you're leaving the country. I mean, I'd rather just start filling out paperwork now.
I don't know. I can pass like, level like 5 federal background. So I think I'm pretty good. If
really?
I could,
you're not a criminal.
Nope. If I can clean the hallway that the president could pass through, I think I'm
good. All right. So anything in the chat? Should I keep moving on with the news? All right. So we're looking at about $8 million worth of stolen Bitcoin from the Binance hack, right? So that'd be 707 Bitcoin.
Okay, that's a decent amount.
They went ahead and they got moved from one wallet to another wallet. It was like 706 in one transaction to another wallet, and then 1 Bitcoin to another wallet. This was alerted to us. If you guys aren't following, you guys should follow Whale Alert at Twitter.
Whale.
Right? He was the first one to let everybody know about this. And I mean, this isn't the first time we're seeing this. There was about 7,000 Bitcoin that were hacked, and this is the second time they've been moved. Like originally it was dispersed to like 7 different wallets, and now we're looking that one wallet is now dispersing further. This is great. I mean, that people are keeping an eye on this. Chain analysis is all over this. This is just one of those reasons why we need to get privacy on this, right? Privacy is coming down the pipeline. You can go watch BTC Sessions video on the Wasabi wallet. Good video.
The coin orgy.
Yes, the coin orgy. But we need faster solutions, right? I mean, I don't think hacking is amazing. I don't think it's good to be stealing. But at the same time, this guy stole this money, and he's going to figure out a way to get it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just like bank robberies back in the day. I mean, people sit on this stuff for decades. You know what I mean? Like, you sit on your nest egg and don't. I mean, when you know it is illegal and that it can be traced in any way, you wait forever, ever, until you start digging it out of the ground in your neighbor's backyard or removing it from your wallet.
Right? Could you
whatever it
imagine?
may be.
Could you imagine that you hack this exchange, you get a bunch of money or a bunch of Bitcoin, right? And you get it in a wallet, and you know that it's secure, and you know that no one's going to be able to trace it back to you, and you got your private key and all this good stuff, and you got it, you're good. What would you do? Wait for anonymity.
Yeah,
Wait for privacy. It's coming. So it's like, do I got to mess around now and possibly go to prison? Or do I just sit back for like 2 years and this is a lock that I am going to get this money. I'm going to be able to make it private and I'm going to be able to spend it. I'm going to be able to walk right up and pay my taxes and everything else with the stolen money because they're not going to be able to tell.
It's like the telltale heart, you know? How bad is that driving you insane? I mean...
Well, that's always a matter of how are you sitting at the moment. Is that glass half full, or are you scraping to pay the bills and turn on the air conditioner and eat ramen? Or right?
You just can't touch it.
Well, I'm assuming if you have the technical capabilities to be able to hack an exchange for 7,000 Bitcoin, I think you probably have the same technical skills that you could go out and get yourself some sort of an IT job and bring down $12 an hour.
Right. Well, you could afford at least more than ramen. I mean,
and there's a basement somewhere free to live in.
Right. Right. Roommates, something, you know.
Something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just got to keep that hardware wallet safe. Don't let anyone get a hold of it because apparently with the Trezor, they can get into it in 5 minutes.
Yeah. With a motherboard. Yay.
So, anything over there in the chat, Samantha?
Well, I believe James is going with their next one saying that the Tron headquarters were raided.
Right. Not really, though. That's the false news. We can skip over the one I was going to do, and we'll talk about this one. So the price of Tron was driven down, right? The false rumor that was spread around was that the Tron headquarters were raided by the police for the fact that they were a scam. Well, that's not true. That's not really what happened. What happened, the police were called because there was a lot of protesters who were very upset about, what's the name of this? Waves Field Super Community, which were kind of...
Okay, that's a giant acronym if you're trying to go with that.
Yeah, they were kind of going along with it. They were investing in Tron and Ubits and all this other stuff, and that they were a Tron node and like misleading people. And they've been doing this since the beginning of the year, since January of 2019. And they closed their website down on July 1st. And incidentally, a Chinese woman that had went and taken loans and was very upset about the situation took her own life.
Oh.
And there's also a lot of people who were very overinvested and are mad and wanted to like protest, storm this place.
Oh, so
well, they mistook it as Tron and not this Waves Field super community. And then they didn't even get the Tron office. They got a different office, which was a affiliate partner of Tron who had filed a bunch of U.S. patents for Tron slogans.
So,
and then they had to call the police for protection from the protesters that were storming the wrong offices, looking for people that weren't even the people that had actually ripped them off.
Oh my God. So like subsidiary of Tron, I mean, they ran a Tron node like that.
They said they did. They said that they were like on the up and buddy with Tron, and they were like going to make all the money with them, and they were just lying, like most scammers are.
That's how it got construed into Tron. And then apparently not even able to get the actual Tron office.
Well, then on top of all of this, this goes ahead. This starts suppressing the Tron price, this misinformation about the police raid for the scam. Then with this information of what really happened being much more interesting, it's not really helping. But I was thinking that when I heard about all this and the price was down, I was like, man, this is a good opportunity to maybe just pick up some money and flip it over real quick, right? Because this is not real news. It's down. Now, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just saying that these are the opportunities. This was not real. The price was suppressed because of false news.
Yeah.
So you know that the price should return. I mean, all logic dictates that once everybody realizes that this was just BS, that the price would slowly gather back up to where it was, and this shouldn't take more than a week.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I keep hearing everyone talking about those longs and shorts on Bybits or whatever. I don't have an account over there because you have to use a VPN to be able to go do all this when you're a U.S. citizen. And I told you guys, I don't trade, and I definitely don't long and short. The price of Bitcoin is too volatile for me to want to lose any of mine.
Yeah, we're not good at guessing at all. Crypto Curvin's here now. He says, here now, guys. Hello.
Awesome.
Hello.
I'm glad you could come out and join us. You guys that are watching, if you're still here and you're hanging out and you're enjoying this and you like Bitcoin and you like Bitcoin awareness and you think somebody should be doing a free help desk, because I do that. This guy right here, free help desk, EugeneForrest20@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on any of the social media links down there below. You got to hit the thumbs up on this video, right? Because that really helps YouTube's algorithm and AI figure it out, right? And say, hey, we got to start plugging this video on the side. We got to help out this small YouTube channel because they got good content over here. And I'm assuming that because I've been here for 3+ years, because I've dedicated myself and made over 600 videos, because I've been running this free help desk for 2 years, that my content can't be crap, right? If it was, I probably would have given up or hopefully gotten better at it by now.
Or at least you'd think we'd have more trolls. Something. Like, way more haters and shade.
So I keep telling myself it's because nobody knows I'm here, right? Maybe I'm not loud enough.
Right. Maybe you're too subtle.
I'm too subtle. I got to just go in everyone else's chat and start paying them the $2 to be able to leave a message and just say, sorry for the bomb, but check out Bitcoin and Coffee. Free help desk.
You suck, I don't. Hi.
Exactly. See, you'd be better at this stuff, Samantha. You're more sarcastic than I am. So, all right, I got one extra news story today. Instead of the normal 3, I got 4. But if there's anything in the chat, if you guys want to talk about anything, I would much rather, or we'll add that to what we're already doing.
William James Benhart saying, wait till China approves exchanges again. Talking about exchanges going to have problems.
Yeah, I mean, and then with us seeing that, what was it, that Japan said that they're not going to create a state-backed cryptocurrency because they think that would have to make them eliminate money. And then we're also hearing on the back of that all countries are going to have to start making state-backed cryptocurrency because this is the way that it's going, like in the same day.
Yeah. So nay and yay. Okay. Paul Rouleau says definitely a good buying opportunity, not financial advice.
Yes, not financial advice around here. We're just hanging out. We're talking about the future because the future is digital and you need digital commodities. You need digital assets. You need digital money. These are the things that are the tools of the future, right? And I'm excited about them. I want to play with these new tools, right? I want to transact back and forth. I want to put them in a mixer. I want to go to the exchange and buy a little bit of this coin and that coin just to know that I hold it, right?
Why not?
Why not?
All right, we're good.
All right, we're good. So, did you guys lose any coins at Mt. Gox? You want to sell them? You want to sell the claim to them?
Oh, the IOU.
Yes, the IOU. So, we got Fortress Investment Group. They want to buy that IOU off of you. And they're saying, hey, you know what? We'll even give you 200% of what you paid for it. You know, don't worry about it. You can have your money in 10 business days. Not a problem. So in other words, they're giving out $900 a Bitcoin, which is about 7.5% of the price at 11,800. But I mean, we're over that now, looking at 12.3. I mean, they want to give you pennies on the dollar here.
But like, oh Lord, I am. Thanks to hotel room cleaning because we do not watch cable. But like all of the oh my Lord, where you get settlements and
yes,
yes, we'll buy your settlement for a lump
or your lottery winnings and all of these other things. You can't wait.
Some like payday bull crap, but yes, like I want my winnings now, like that kind of crap. And you are definitely losing money. I mean, just like if you're payday loaning or anything else. But I mean,
I couldn't even contemplate who would go ahead and follow through with something like this. I mean, if you have been holding this long already, because there have been other companies that have come along and done this, but they were paying stuff like $600 a Bitcoin. So if you've held this long,
right? 900 is going to be, oh, yep.
Oh, yeah, this is it. I'd rather just have some Bitcoin right now. I'm going to take $900. Well, I mean, they did only pay $450. So, I mean, that's what the claim went in at.
Right? It's double. Uh-huh. No.
Nope, I wouldn't be messing around with it. I think it's funny, though. But, I mean, kudos for them if they can get anybody to sell. They went out and they sent a letter to everybody, and it also said how much Bitcoin they would have had and how much they'll pay them and all of this other stuff. Right, like it was all broken down.
Yeah, right. So your grand total of $900, Bob. This is how many you have. This is what we will offer you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All together in the letter. I mean, that's a good investment on their part. I mean, they can't cash it. You know, they can't cash the Bitcoin now, but I mean, knowing that you got Bitcoin and that you're going to get in the future. I mean, pretty sure this court case is going to make them get their Bitcoin back. The guy still got a bunch of it.
I mean, I really hope so. I guess it would be.
That'd be funny if they only get cash. They settle them out in cash at $450 a piece because for some reason Japan makes Bitcoin illegal by the time they finally finish the court case in 2 years or something.
Mean, whatever, yeah, right. Where it's like, no, we can't give you actual Bitcoin. We can give you some fiat. Or, I mean, you know, would you like that? You can reinvest. It's gonna, I mean, you're gonna get like 1/10 of a Bitcoin or something, but hey, whatever, you know. We can't actually give you a Bitcoin. I don't know. I mean, obviously payday loans and settlement buyers are out there for a reason. There is a large portion of the population who wants their money now. So I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's out there. It is what it is. I doubt anyone's going to do it, but I thought it was funny when I heard it. I was like, wow, good for them, I guess. If you got Mt. Gox coin, I'll give you $1,100 per coin today in cash via PayPal. Hit me up, eugeneforest20@gmail.com. All right? I will buy your IOU.
Okay.
Right. I will buy your IOU.
You're talking the best pawn shop ever.
I will beat anyone's price by 10%.
Bitcoin Jake is here now.
I mean, Bitcoin that I can't accidentally sell or FOMO into selling or anything like that.
Yes, you don't even technically have.
Yeah, I don't even have access to it. I just know it's in the future.
Paul, okay, so Bitcoin Jake is here now. Paul Verula says, I will sell all the IOUs anyone wants to buy. I know. And Bitcoin Jake says that he upgraded his motherboard and RAM.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
It's always nice when you get a nice computer upgrade. You feel like you're going faster. And it's like, oh, yeah, this shit's working way better. I click this button and it's like, moving.
Oh, look at that. There is no loading circles. Nothing.
Oh, yes, I hate that.
No, it's like magic. I know, just done. Done.
Well, that's all I got for the news. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping down this episode. I'm sure we're probably over on our time limit.
Well, only by 5 minutes. And
that's
we were 2 minutes late. So
not bad at all. This has been a great episode for a Monday.
It is a pretty good Monday.
It is a good Monday.
We love you guys. Thank you for
you guys made our Monday great. I mean, like I said, cup of coffee perked me right up. You guys got me in a great mood. Let's go enjoy the rest of the day, right? I got all kinds of links down below there to take you to the rest of the social media I'm posting to. You got to come follow me on those. I don't have as many subscribers. I'm trying to help build them up. It'll help me get this awareness message out. People are looking for help with Bitcoin. I want to help provide it the best I can. I'm not looking to make any money. Bitcoin has done a lot for me, so I want to try to give back to Bitcoin. The Tally Fund and the addresses are below. They help us get to the event. So please, anything you got extra, it doesn't take a lot, right? Please donate. It'll get us there. Right, Samantha? All right, you guys. Have a great evening. Take care of yourselves. And remember to keep that BTC safe.
We love you guys. Bye.
Later.